live.
See. Sorry, I didn't do the music and it's throwing me off. Hello and welcome to our actual play of Curse of Strahd as presented by For the Love of Crits. I'm level 1 Dungeon Master Hunter Ayu, and thank you again for joining us as we follow our lost clerics of Barovia deeper into the mist. Curse of Strahd, created by Wizards of the Coast, is known for its dark themes and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised. Please keep the chat civil and avoid spoilers for this Wizards of the Coast adventure. We are going to have Onyx enact a recollection to catch us up with our cluster of clerics, and please don't forget, for the love of crits, like, comment, and subscribe.
Alright. We're going to back up a little bit in time. This is going to be the night before we approach the Wizard of Wines. Onyx is sitting in their camp, surrounded by his party members, as well as the other villagers that they have come to get to know and learn about the plights that they're fighting. And Onyx removes himself from the group and sits down at the base of a tree. Bows his head and... Akadi. I know it's been some time since I've heard your voice, but I got your message. I saw it. And I'm glad that I can still reach out to you. This, I don't know what's going on with me, and I'm hoping it's not a curse of this place. I know you tell me to care, you teach all of us that there's a time and a place to use our rage and strike fear into those that oppose us. And there's time to care for those that need help. But these villagers, something inside me shifted. Hearing how they were driven from their homes. And, I can't describe it. I haven't really felt feelings, if you call these feelings. I'm just going off of what I understand others talk about. Really ever. And then, wasn't way back in Vallaki that I had some sort of malfunction around that stuff that was on, or in the water that they were using to wash up. Something's off. I really hope that this land is not corrupting me. I hope you still find favor in me. I fear for the others as well. Because if you showed me that sign without my key, like the others, they're talking to their keys. I at first thought that maybe it was them using it as a way of communicating with their gods outside this accursed land. But now I'm not so sure. Either way, I know that in the morning we're gonna have a fight. We're supposed to go and take over the winery. Funny thing. He's supposed to be a wizard of wines. He ain't a wizard. Doesn't cast spells. Stupid name. But I guess the ones that have overtaken it do cast spells. Maybe they're rightful owners. Nah, something in me feels like that pang of something just tells me otherwise. Either way, my mistress, please be with us tomorrow. We will need your blessings. And then he joins the group. The following morning, they do the fight against a couple druids. And as they are searching around the room after dispelling, you hear, I believe it was Graves, yell to us that one is getting away. And that is where we are.
So I'm going to pull us over to the map where quite a bit is going on right now, as the needle blights and the twig blights have been beating at the door. The druid had screamed something in an unknown language and jumped down the hole of the loading dock below. Let me bring you all over to our map. There we go. So at this point, you aren't in initiative. He hasn't attacked you, but he did run out through the hole in the floor. You know that he would be down in this area now, though you cannot see where exactly he is. There's still the continual noise of the needle blights hitting the door. At this point, though, you feel pretty secure that unless they bring something stronger than what they're using currently, they are not going to be able to break down this door. You had searched the bag of the druid that was petrified. She had a few different potion bottle containers. They smelled odd. As you were going, one of the cask over here was broken, and unfortunately has leaked on the ground. It does look like they did lose at least one vat of wine in the struggle, and it was before you had come in. Okay.
Yeah.
Go. So, what do you guys do? Are you going to continue exploring? Are you going to search for the unknown druid?
I'm gonna sleep for 8 hours.
Yeah.
You can certainly try.
Look, it even got dark for us.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's sleepy
Yeah,
time.
Like, super dark.
Pookie dark.
Yep. Is it the door that Conerf's by that the twig blights are smacking, or is it like the big main door by Herbert, or multiple?
It was this big main door. If Conereth puts his ear to the door, he could definitely hear that there is movement happening behind that door. But there has not been any movement yet. And there are actually 2 doors down here.
Is there any way to turn the
exposure up? Yeah, I was just thinking that.
a little bit, because it's very hard to see. And I know it's, like, darker, just not this. Like, it's not nighttime.
It's always nighttime in Barovia.
But it's not quite the Underdark.
And I mean, like we know that they know we're in here, so I think it wouldn't be. I don't think people would be opposed to us casting light in here or something.
Nah, they already know we're here.
Yeah. So I'd cast light on my shield, just to provide some light.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yep. Graves would,
could
while
also
he's
cast
doing
Eyes
that.
of the Night if we wanted to. Like, they know we're here, but if we wanted to just not put a target on you.
Didn't you already do that or something, or is that? I forgot.
What
Yeah,
does Eyes of the Night do again?
I feel like you did. That, or you didn't, and you can do it now.
To allies for
That's right.
an hour. 300 feet of dark vision. So more than the usual. 3 willing creatures, conveniently.
Yeah.
See, I don't have it checked, so I'm assuming I didn't do it.
Oh, okay,
Probably because we were
In the middle of a fight.
Initially, we were trying to be subtle, and then we rushed in, and then we're in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, because you were going to be subtle, and then the needle blights.
They just surrounded us.
But I'll just say, Kunareth would have. It's within 10 feet, so at that point, Kunareth would have called everyone close and cast that on them, so everyone should have night vision now for an hour. Dark vision.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Everyone can at that point. I don't know if I have to turn it on. You can enable the torch on yourself,
yeah, you can just turn. it
and
on.
that will help.
Yep.
Give you a little bit of extra light. It almost feels like black and white, almost when I'm.
Yeah, I think there's a filter on.
Well, that's what
You
night
can
vision
do
is.
atmospheric filters.
That's what dark vision is anyway. So
It makes
Kinda
sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Herbert has reinforced this door here with his mending,
Yes.
at least.
Graves would check to see if there's a lock, and if it does, he would lock it. He would also probably loudly and slowly try to pull the statue so that it's like right here.
Okay. So that door, it does appear to have a lock. However, it needs to have a key to lock it. And you do not have that.
Nope. Could I reverse pick the lock? I don't know if that even works. I don't think it does.
Honestly,
No,
the
I
logic
would-
holds.
Yeah.
I would allow it.
Because it's not
because you
tumblers.
basically have to turn it. You have to turn it one way or the other to lock it.
Right.
Yeah.
I would allow it. I'll have you have a -4 though, because you probably haven't done
That's
that
good.
before.
Yeah, sounds good. So it's gonna be 2. What's the proficiency?
We're practicing
at the moment?
unlocking things, not locking.
Right.
Yeah.
So that brings it to a even d20 roll.
Oh, really? It just cancels out your bonuses?
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, if I try and fail, oh well. But I mean,
Alright.
19.
You hear a satisfying click as it locks.
Nice. You're gonna be like, oh, all right.
You're not
That
gonna be
might
able to
help.
unlock it.
And then he will go down and start like grab the druid statue, whatever, and like and try to
Roll
pull
me
it up
a
those stairs.
strength check.
Yeah, that's not as good.
But it's
Oh,
not bad.
17 because I have a negative.
Okay. 17 negative.
Yes.
Okay. Roll at advantage a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Throw your back out.
Oh,
Okay, let's see what my bonus. At advantage or disadvantage, you said?
Advantage.
Okay, so it's a 13 plus 14.
14. Okay. You don't get a hernia, but
Nice.
you are able to pull this up. It's heavy. It's like once you start moving it, because like I don't know if you've ever moved like concrete or stone statues.
Oh, I believe it is super heavy, and I'm trying to pull it upstairs, and his goal is like to stand it up here, with the idea that if something breaks through that door and he's still up here, he can knock it on top of them.
Okay, yeah. So
Don't know if
You
I'm
are-
but, you know.
you are able to move that up there, and are you standing it up so that it?
Yeah, kind of stand it up so that if I'm still up here and something busts through that door, I can just whoop.
Okay. Onyx, you are. Oh, that's really nice to know. About this.
Yeah. I can't just
Were
attack
you-
it anymore.
Were you closing the door?
I was going in.
Okay. I'm moving you back purposely
Okay.
because you would have opened that door, and I'm going to pause it for a moment.
You want to get rid of that attack on the druid
Ah,
that I didn't mean to have. What is that?
what is that?
What is that?
What is that?
Let me rephrase that. What are
What are those?
Oh.
so, as you open this door, you see in this chamber there are a desk, a chair, tall wooden cabinet, and a strange contraption that takes up most of the northern end of this room.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
However, 3 creatures are here. One appears human, but is so caked with dirt and mud that it's hard to know for sure. Her hair is full of twigs, and her face is hidden behind a veil of moss. She is rooting through the contents of the cabinet and haphazardly tossing them onto the floor. Behind her stands 2 creatures made entirely of dead vines. As you open the door, it bumps into the back of one of the creatures. They look back. Roll initiative.
Onyx all alone.
I'll
Yeah,
just close
I
the
would
door.
allow all of you to roll initiative.
Oh yeah.
I'll just close
Anyone!
the door instead.
That makes it a 3 for Graves.
Oh no.
What do I
I
have?
crit on
No, we don't
being-
have to roll initiative. We get to just run over there while they're stuck in initiative.
I just
And then
Yeah,
once we get
exactly.
I
close
don't
enough,
end my turn, right?
yeah.
Kind of Baldur's
Um,
Gate 3 rules.
We just move
So-
around. 3 surprise attacks. No.
So, quick question. Who rolled a 1? I saw 1 go through.
Me.
Okay.
I got a 20 on
Which-
D&D Beyond because I clicked it by
Yep.
accident, and
Yeah,
then
it
I
said
got
20.
a 20 in game as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Graves is at 3
Onyx,
modified.
Bonerith, what did you get?
I got a 17.
And Conerith?
12.
12.
Yeah, how did you get a 20 on both?
I don't know.
Well, that's
I've-
all of them for the day, so.
Yeah, like for the next month, basically.
Oh, did Onyx get his luck points? Speaking of luckiness that's happening in
He
this?
had not.
Uh,
So, Onyx, you are not first.
oh,
One luck
It's-
point.
Herbert
I always roll 1 luck point.
is first.
Did we hear Onyx shout or anything? Or do we just oblivious still?
I would say, you would be probably top of the order, Herbert, but I would have to say, until Onyx has his turn, no one's taken a action upstairs.
yeah.
It's
I
just
would
that
probably have you
boom.
miss you'd kind of be surprised, I would say, on your first round, if that seems fair to you.
Can I at least just say that I've finished mending the door and I started to like look around or something like that? Like,
Of course, yeah, you're fine with that. You probably were looking around, being like, "Oh, where's Onyx?"
yeah. I'm like, oh, what's wrong? Let's see. Let's see. Penarith is still down here, but everyone's moving upstairs, or at least something like that. So I think maybe Herbert is like looking over at Graves doing his like little contraption thing, and he's like, here, let me fetch some rope. Perhaps we could set up some sort of a pulley sort of system where we could just pull it from down here.
Even better idea.
And I just start to pull out some rope and just get ready to toss it up. Not really in a hurry, so probably not achieving the task.
Yeah, we're just here like, let's make a trap.
Yeah.
Would my spiritual weapon still be active?
Not much time has passed. I'll let it last for 2 rounds. Not going to be much time, but go.
Oh, it got dark again.
Did it?
Uh-oh.
I thought it got brighter.
Got darker.
That's darker for you guys?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think
That's
it still looks
brighter.
like.
Oh, that's brighter now? It's darker on my end. This one is.
That's so
Depends on
strange.
the angle. Like if you're looking, like the shadows seem darker, but like the light seems lighter.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay. Anyway, so, let me color differentiate them.
Ew, vine blight. What the heck is that?
What is that?
What is that?
What is that?
It's a problem.
What are those?
This Vine Blight turns around and he's going to
He's
reach out to you.
surprised.
What? Oh yeah, he's
He's
surprised. Like
surprised.
I was like, he's not though.
Like
he's
literally
going to around,
surprised. Not.
see you there. This thing is an entangled mess of vines, and it looks similar to what you would expect to pull out of an old drain pipe with the hair and everything. That it's just kind of there. It smells of vileness, and as you're reacting to this, it reaches out its arm, and it almost stretches as it strikes at you, and it is
Gonna fuck me up because I got 10 health.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh?
does a
Ooh.
11 hit your armor class.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that is the end of its turn. Onyx, it is going to be your turn.
I will definitely yell down to my compatriots.
Okay.
We have more up here. Ready yourselves.
What? Oh no.
To arms!
Oh shit.
And
Okay.
Sound the alarm.
Ah.
honestly, I don't want to break things in this room.
See, breath weapon would be great in this situation.
So the device on the opposite end of the room, can you describe that to me?
I'll do you one better. Roll me a intelligence check with proficiency.
Ooh. Metal man knows about metal thing.
Oh, +2.
Okay.
Let's go!
Let's
That's a nat
go.
20. +2.
You would know exactly what this is. It is a printing press. You don't know if they were using it just to make labels for the wine and everything,
Okay.
but that is definitely what it is.
Nothing
Expensive,
I'm super
but-
concerned with. So I cast Thunderwave.
Okay.
Print-
That's a devastating area to cast Thunderwave.
It is.
Probably
Yeah.
pretty important to the people who work here.
What is...
Do they want the place back, or do they want their printing press?
Gotta pick.
So, that's a save, right?
Constitution save.
Constitution
None of us
save.
saw him destroy it, you
But
know?
it
Maybe
shit
the
for
druids
damage.
destroyed it.
Guys, there's something up here. Boom.
There's only one of us that's ever done that. And we're like,
Loud
Oh,
thunderous explosion.
I didn't see him do it. How could I possibly know that he did it?
It could have been
Okay.
destroyed when he was already there, before he got there, you know?
Clearly there was some dynamite in the room that was already lit.
Okay. I'm
Dynamite.
actually going to use my channel divinity.
Oh,
Ooh.
wait, on top
So-
of the Thunderwave?
Nope. So that it does max damage of thunder damage.
Yeah.
No, roll me a religion check.
$17.
Okay. You know, they're clustered in a small area. You open the door, you Fusroda them. They are basically flat-footed right now. I'm just going to cause them to automatically fail.
Okay.
This is the worst situation you could ever be in when getting hit with Thunderwave.
A room full of things that are going to go flying.
I can't think of a worse situation to
only
get caught with Thunderwave.
In like a tea shop or like a
So,
Yeah.
roll your damage. Let's see what happens.
It's mad.
Again, because I'm going to
Oh, wait,
use
it's max.
channel divinity.
So-
Because I cast it at first level, it's 2d8, so it'll be 16 points of damage, of thunder damage.
16 points?
and they are thrown 10 feet too, but
They are.
Yeah.
So they're just kind
Oh.
of like shoved against the back wall.
Okay. Roll me a d. we'll do a D8 on top of that.
5.
5. Okay, that's going to be the damage from hitting the wall, because they're all getting thrown back, among other things. So you open this door. This vine blight takes a swing at you, misses. You kind of step back. You feel divine energy just kind of course through you. And how does your thunder wave work? Does it emanate from, like, do you hit like your shield with your hammer? Like,
Yes.
how do you? Okay.
That's exactly how I pictured it. It's just a big whack against my shield.
Before I describe the mayhem that occurs in this small printing press room, the rest of you in the party just hear Onyx say, "There's other people here." You hear a very, very small scuffle, and then you hear a thunderous bang, followed by the sound of tornado passing through a glassware shop. So, going back to Onyx, you use Thunder Wave. You hit your shield with your hammer. It resonates outward. You see the liquid from the vine blights that is collecting on them fly off of it. The vines itself flying behind it. It is shoved back with concussive force, hits the druid. And in that room, all the ink bottles lining the wall that you weren't able to see because the door's blocking it, shatter inwards, completely covering and blinding these vine blights and this druid, and cover them in glass right before they are all slammed into the back wall there. They are not dead, but that's about the most I can say about them.
Okay. I will close the door.
Free Adam injection.
And since they're away from me, I'll start coming back. Let's see if 10.
Oh, sorry.
25, 30. There. And I'll just be like, yep, there's more! There's more! And that'll be it.
So they stand up. He's going to take a turn to try and wipe his eyes of the ink. And the elf druid is going to take the same. So they actually both lose a turn from that. Is my dog's bone coming through my mic?
Nope.
Okay. He's like right by my feet, gnawing on his bone.
Nice.
Good boy.
Okay. Konerith, it is your turn. You hear this thunderous bang. Onyx slams the door, comes running around the corner saying there's more.
That would also move to the edge of this barrel.
Okay.
Is that one yours or mine? I don't know if I had one out.
I don't remember. I know that ours looks the same, so...
Yeah, we have the same one.
I was having issue using the custom ones because I have them named differently. So I'm able to...
The fact that you can move it means
That's
that it's
separate.
yours.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. I would have given just activation to
That's not mine.
whoever has it. It's Cole's.
I can move it, yeah.
Oh, that is cool. Well, oh, maybe, yeah, because either one of you can use it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Cole, Konerith, what do you do?
Yeah, well, I'll do the same thing. I was gonna just move it closer.
Okay.
So, I think I'm gonna stay by the doors. I'm gonna... Has anyone checked this door to see whether or not it's locked?
Which one?
Because I remember
one you're
last
standing next
session
to.
you
The one here?
describing, yeah, us hearing banging on the other side of this door. I'm assuming the front door. So I just want to give it a quick check
Oh, this is the front door, but
if someone hasn't. If someone
You
did last
got-
session, then I wouldn't have bothered. But
The banging was coming from this door. The banging that you heard behind this door did not sound like it was actually on the door itself, but like
Yeah.
maybe a secondary door.
I think
It is.
there was the door coming in, so I think if I thought I remembered you saying that there was banging.
It is
and if you
unlocked.
would have heard it from that area, you would have assumed that it was from that front door there.
This one is unlocked.
Okay. Good to note.
If you are opening it, you can. It
I
looks like
wouldn't
it's stored. No, wouldn't have opened it.
Yeah, I would have basically just checked to see, like, just kind of give it a
Got
quick shimmy to see if it is open. I will. What's the range on that? I
Lepo,
think it's pretty good.
did we see this door open, or did none of us did we just not close that door? Just open to the outdoors.
I
Oh,
think
shit.
it would have been closed.
Yeah.
It might have been something
thought it
that I might have accidentally opened at one
Thought it
point
I'll,
last
uh,
session.
Prep an Eldritch Blast, and basically the moment something comes around that corner, we'll just
Got it. Hold your action then.
yeah.
To if something comes around this corner.
I want to stay close to these doors just in case they need more
Okay.
direction.
Sounds good. You're
Alright.
watching this corner though, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
just that corner that Graves came from.
Alright, Graves, it is your turn. Oh, where Onyx came from.
Sorry, Onyx came from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When the big bang happened, I know I can see to the loops around, but Graves wouldn't. But would he be able to hear it come through here?
You with the force. Let's see. No, you would not have.
Okay, so he doesn't necessarily know if that one connects or not.
No.
I mean, yeah, but it is all the same building, so
Yeah.
I don't know where the doors are, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
enough doors between that and those two that it would have blocked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he might go check out that door though, because he's like seeing Onyx check another door, and we hear there's stuff coming there. But I know the Onyx just caused a bit of explosion at least, so he will kind of do what he did at the other door. Or he will come over to this one. He's got his dagger drawn, and then he kind of like will open this door to look inside and kind of like use the door as kind of like a barrier, so kind of like opens it and like leans past, like he's shooting over the left in a third person.
Hold on. There we go. Okay, Graves, you open that door. You see ahead of you, this room contains a rectangular table surrounded by 8 chairs, an L-shaped cupboard, and a floor-to-ceiling closet pantry. Next to the pantry is a small iron stove.
Don't see any enemies in here though.
You do not. And it appears that it looks like there might have been some rooting and stuff, but like some looting and stuff like that happening, but nothing crazy.
Okay. How far have I moved so far? By like 15 feet.
Yeah.
He would, I think, just try to get a little bit of a scout, because he hasn't seen any other enemies yet come after Onyx. The other 3 are all watching, so he would probably check this door quick as well. Kind of open that one, because he's like throwing the doors open kind of cautiously to see if there's anyone's going to jump him from behind.
Okay. This room
Confused.
contains a 4-poster bed, headboard carved in the likeness of a giant raven. A soft black rug covers the floor between the bed and door. In the corners of the south wall stand 2 slender wardrobes and a tapestry of a church hanging on the wall between them. Beneath the tapestry sits a handsomely carved rocking cradle. The north, under a window, is a plain desk and chair. Other furnishings inside, a wooden chest and a freestanding mirror in a wooden frame. So this is, you can easily tell this is definitely a master bedroom of some kind.
Yeah.
It does not appear that there have been too many enemies, and it doesn't appear that this has been looted yet.
Okay. I think he would then move over towards this door, and kind of like pull his dagger up against it and kind of like give like a little bit of a listen, but he's kind of like standing at the door ready for if something happens to come through, and like while also kind of like keeps like glancing back to the previous door to see if he can hear his friends being attacked so that he can either quickly deal with anything coming this way or run back to help his friends.
Okay. And you said you were opening this door? Or just being there?
He's just like getting ready at this door. Or
Okay.
how much have I used so far?
I think you're kind of at your limit, but I don't know what your movement is.
I have 30, but I have my cunning action as well.
So you could bonus action dash.
Kind of use my bonus action dash to like peek through this door as well. Kind of open it and look around.
Yeah, but that would probably be the end of your turn.
Yeah.
So
kind of like he's like in the doorway, kind of just like peeks out.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, that should get a much.
Yeah, if you do.
Because you had to open a couple doors.
Yeah, with a
50 feet about.
Yeah, you got to open a couple doors. So.
That way. So, how do you do that again? Is it just?
You press M to bring up the like measurement tools, and then you just select the line.
Oh, okay, and then it's just a secondary left click.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you can leave it there.
Yep.
All right. He would also, knowing that his friends are kind of near, and he hasn't heard the druids like say anything common. He'll kind of call backwards through here. It's like, looks like it loops around this way.
Konareth, you would hear Rave's voice kind of come from the other side of the door that you just were checking if it was locked or not. Raves, you would see that this is a hallway, but to the left there is a spiral staircase.
Oh, yes.
So, is that the end of your turn?
Yep, that's like... I'd say that I probably had to spend like my action to open those, like the extra doors and such, so... But I imagine so. I imagine I've spent pretty much everything I can. I've moved through multiple rooms and opened multiple doors, so...
Okay. Herbert, it is your turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to... Oh, shoot, I keep forgetting to lock this green thing here.
Yeah,
oh,
same.
yeah, that was happening to me a while.
I'm going to, wake up Bartholomew and, tell him... let's see. Well, I don't know where they are right now. But I assume that they're somewhere accessible to Bartholomew. So I'll say...
Yeah.
I need you to deliver a message to me, to the people who are hurting Onyx. And I'll have him fly up and look for the enemies in the area that Onyx ran from.
Yeah.
And I don't... I don't think we have the token out right now.
Oh, let me add that in for you.
It's got a 60-foot fly speed, so I think it can get up there. Let's see, just to make sure. But they're gonna fly up here and just see a bunch of closed doors and just go, "What?"
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And then...
Did I move it?
I think I would, like, if he telepathically communicates that to me, I'm just gonna have him use his action to dash back. So he wouldn't really end up there, essentially.
Okay.
So
you dash back?
Yeah, just, Bartholomew dashes back and goes, "There's no one to hurt, Master." And I go,
Shit. As Bartholomew dashes back, he almost collides with Mirabelle, who unbeknownst to you, and I remember this was something I mentioned during the last session. However, I don't know. I didn't mention it since then. So, the entire rafters of this room are full of ravens right now.
Oh. Yeah.
So,
okay.
so there are a lot of like ravens in here. And Mirabelle flies down from the rafters after Giants, and you've heard her make like different noises and stuff, and kind of repeat some of the noises that you make, like the clinking of your armor or things like that. But as she lands in a croaky voice, she says, "The staff." And as she says this, the rest of the ravens almost start repeating what she's saying in a cacophony chorus. As they're going. The staff.
Oh,
Yes.
The staff. The staff. Have we seen a staff? Like any of these guys have been holding a staff? But I don't know.
Mirabelle does not clarify.
Yeah. I'll yell to the party. Has anyone seen a staff? What's happening? But I'm gonna run up the stairs here and just hold a Toll the Dead for if I see anything bad.
Okay.
And yeah. Should have enough movement to meet me there.
Was the staff one of the items that went flying around the room?
You did not see one.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, this is back around to the beginning turn order. This guy has not taken his turn to be able to try and see. So that's actually... Onyx, it is your turn. You would hear around the corner the shuffling of everything, but nothing's come out of that room yet.
I was in the washroom, but I could hear everything, and I see Rena also messages me the exact thing that I was thinking, and everyone's like, what staff? The guy that Graves saw jump down had a staff. So Graves is like, the druid that I saw outside had a funky staff.
Oh.
I just couldn't actually respond real world, but I was like that, and then I got back and Reno was like, this guy had a staff. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It had been a while ago, so I figured I'd mention it.
Yeah.
Because Graves would remember.
Yeah, exactly. I was just, Arian did, I was just away from my mic, so I couldn't actually say anything.
Yeah. Which direction were they running? Did you see?
He jumped down over here.
Over there. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess then if you were shouting that and I heard it, I would probably walk in a different direction. I'd probably walk towards the door that we had come in through. But
that's where he's at.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post up behind the door and hope that they don't see me when they come out. And hold an action to, I don't know where I am. Here we go. And hold an action to, cast, Toll the Dead on the first one that gets near me at the door.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm gonna post up behind the door in hopes that they don't know I'm there.
Okay, yeah. Roll me a stealth check.
How about a 5? What I don't know is my toe and shield are sticking out past the door.
You're like a hiding behind a tree, and like half of your body's out from behind the other side. Let's see.
I'm just like Kronk from Emperor's New Groove.
Dude, that movie is so good. Like that's such
Underrated
a
Disney movie for sure.
Yep.
It's kind of like that's a movie that feels like a D&D campaign. The other movie that feels like a D&D campaign is Road to El Dorado.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Which is another just great movie.
Actually, I'll just use my Warhammer instead of the Toll the Dead.
Yeah, because they'll likely, if they come after you, go right past you.
Okay. There we go.
But I'm
My
hoping
dog
that they
ran
see
underneath my green screen.
I'm hoping that they see the open door and just rush through and not pay attention to what
Is that the end of? Is that the end of your turn?
It is.
Okay. Okay. So, with that being said, the door here opens very slowly. It like kind of creaks open. And this vine blight crawls out, and he's kind of stumbling. I'm going to have him roll a perception check, but he's a heckin' disadvantage. Like, there is no way about it that he's not getting disadvantage. So he rolled a 6
And walked into the wall, apparently.
I'm checking their
Like into the
scores
wall,
right
into the
now.
wall.
Okay. So I rolled a 6, a pretty low perception. What was your stealth check? Did you have any bonus to it?
I rolled a 2 plus 3.
Plus 3. I don't think he notices you with everything that's going on. I would say that the doorway, because you are hiding behind it, might give you a 1 or 2 point bump, but he's low enough that he's not going to notice you.
Okay.
He's going to walk kind of around this corner, looking for noise, and I think that's going to trigger multiple things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If I see him, I'm pulling.
So, Herbert, yours would go first. Wait. Does it
I
go based
readied
off
my
of
action
initiative
first.
order or whoever readied the
Never mind.
action first?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I mean, who else am I triggering at the same time?
I think
Conera.
Conera would go first because he's the one that's
Whoever
up to
readied the
most.
action first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Conera, yours goes off. What was it again?
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Roll for an attack.
Horrifying blight.
Graves is also just like watching it happen from the end of the hallway, peeking at the door like, oh, they got it.
So I rolled in D&D Beyond. I only got a 7 to hit, so I think he'll be fine.
7
Unless
to
he's got a
hit.
really low AC.
You rolled a 9 to hit, right? Did you get the plus 2?
Oh yeah, 9.
Alright, so unfortunately that does not hit. As you're going, but there is a secondary attack that is going. Herbert, what was your held action?
Toll the Dead. So you have to roll a Wisdom save.
These guys must be
Yeah,
super
12.
wise.
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
That is not there. Strong suit.
Oh, let's go.
Ooh, that is a fail.
Yeah, Eddie's damaged.
He is injured.
Oh, by
let's
far.
go!
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, so Onyx,
Full max on everything.
you were readying your hammer for when they walked up, right?
Yeah, but if I hear it just collapse, I'm just gonna be like, alright, next one.
So you are holding your hammer, you hear it kind of walking along steps, you're ready to just slam this door and go. All of a sudden you hear eldritch energy crackle by and shoot and hit the wall in front of you. followed immediately by almost like the sound of like a thrumming bulb pop and a dinging bell. It almost sounds like a microwave ending, and immediately afterwards you just hear like a splat as the vine blight just splatters against the wall and covers the entire wall in a mixture of mud, vine, and everything, and he is dead.
I got one.
That being said, the next druid walks out, sees her compatriot paint the wall, and gives a little bit of pause. She's going to actively look a lot more, so she will be at a normal roll rather than advantage.
She had also like got the ink off.
Yes!
Hey, it's a druid. She probably has decent perception.
She got a 5 with a nat 1. And I'd already said the door would give you 1 or 2.
So you up to at least 6.
She's going to very hesitantly kind of crawl along this wall.
Surely there can't be a second trap. Like
She's going to be looking around this edge to over this way. She saw the attacks come from that way, and she's going to cause your reaction to go through. So, roll your attack.
Oh, it's only an 8.
Wait, would you have advantage because they can't see you? Because you're an unseen attacker.
You know what? I'm in a good mood tonight. I'll allow it.
13.
Only because I'm in a good mood.
Okay, so
I don't think so. 13, I don't think hits.
no, 13 hits.
What?
I mean, leather armor, it's just a druid, you know?
Yeah.
Well, she'd had bark skin, but you broke the concentration of it because of the maelstrom that happened in the other room. There was just too much going on for her to hold concentration.
Mind you, I get 1d6 fire damage when the damage die rolls 6 or higher, and I just rolled a 7.
So let's just save the math. How do you want to do this? Now I want to emphasize, you need to get through that door in order to hit her. So go ahead and describe it using that information.
I am going
as you are attacking her.
I will use the door to like bash her into the railing right here. So as she falls into the railing, I'll like whip myself around, bring my hammer down on her back, forgetting that the fire potion is attached to it. And when I bring it down, it hits hard enough that the fire explodes as well, sending her flying to K'Nerith's feet. Just on fire, smoldering at your feet.
Absolutely broken spine.
Oh gosh. Yeah, she is by far dead. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or what's about it. Let me quick.
But that means I probably would be where she is right now instead of behind the door.
Okay, yeah, let me...
Sent you a present, K'Nerith.
Much appreciated.
Check if she has a staff.
There we go. You have a burnt corpse at your feet.
Rats.
Nice.
I wanted it to be known what happened to this. Like, we need evidence for when the war trials are going. What just happened to this friggin' druid? that is the end of her turn and life. But
If you want to,
Canarith, it is your turn.
if you want to put me like where she was up here, because I'm pretty sure I would be.
You would have closed the door.
She's not on fire anymore, is she?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Because if
She's
she
smoldering.
is, probably the first thing I would do is like try to put her out, so that way she doesn't ignite the spilled wine.
Oh!
I don't
That'd be
think
the
wine
first
is
thing I do is try to smother those embers.
So
wine is flammable
What?
now.
Yeah.
it is not. It does not have enough.
Oh my god.
But still, the
Yeah.
thought that counts.
Yeah.
You don't want
You
to.
don't know the alcohol
Obviously,
count.
Some wine
Whoa,
is flammable.
wait.
Barrels are
So-
more flammable than wine.
They
It
specifically
is-
asked us not to use fire.
So,
They did.
Oh, did they? I don't
Yeah.
recall that.
A few
That,
minutes
that was one of the things they said. Please, like, don't.
Yeah.
Use
So,
fire.
Fireball.
what I'm reading here is, while wine isn't really considered flammable or combustible, it does have a flash point where if you heat it at 125 degrees for long enough, it produces enough alcohol vapor to catch fire and it can become combustible.
So if the building catches fire, it will explode.
Yeah, the building catching fire could cause issue.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because that was one of the things I was thinking too. Was like, of course we can't use fire, and
Against all the
90% of the
Yeah.
enemies are made of wood.
the distilleries are usually where you'll get like the actual flammable liquids. So, because they're a higher concentration of alcohol. That being said, Canarith, you are able to put that out pretty easily. I won't force you to use like an action or anything.
I would have just like quickly like taken my cloak and just kind of try to beat it down.
Just imagine you like stomping with your foot to put it out. Like,
Grinding her into a paste. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Reverse of the other
it's-
dead druid in
it
here.
has been a while since our party has committed war crimes, so I'm glad that it finally happened again. That being said, Canarith, what do you do on your turn? This is the last round that your spiritual weapon would exist.
Little did we know she was actually a friend.
True, she had not attacked you yet.
I'll open this door that's next to me.
You can see graves at the top of the stairs.
You would not. It's spiral. You cannot see to the top of the stairs.
Oh yeah, not quite.
Wanna check this door?
Okay, let me pull up my descriptions of the rooms really quick. I wasn't expecting you to move into there. There we go. Okay, as you open that first room, you see that there's rows of new barrels fill this room. Narrow stone staircase spirals upwards in the southeast corner. These appear to be empty barrels based on what you're seeing here. As you open up the right room, there... This was the room you were opening up, right?
Yep.
Alright, this, you would definitely hear the banging a lot more. Looking around the corner here, you can see that there is a door, and this one actually looks like the hinges are starting to get damaged from the relentless beating on the door. In this room, those strips of iron and wood lie in neat piles on the floor of this workshop, the walls of which are lined with tools. 2 work tables stand against the east wall. And this looks like it would be... Is it a Cooper that makes barrels?
Yeah.
Cooper's workshop.
Alright, everyone else seems to be handling that situation pretty well, so I'm going to close this door, and I will spend my action moving some of those barrels over in front of this to barricade it.
They're empty, so it's pretty easy to move quite a few of them. But once they get kind of stacked together, they become heavy. So also,
Well, terrain probably.
if any of you guys have not watched like old videos of how they used to make barrels and stuff, it's fascinating to watch if
Oh,
you
yeah.
ever are interested, because it was like the main way that they stored food. So there's like thousands of years of like techniques that have gone into making barrels better that we don't really use too much other than for alcohol now. So, but would recommend, that's an interesting YouTube video to go through. But okay, so you spend your action, you're able to move around these. I'm not going to bother moving these barrels around, but we will be able to put in that there are there.
Yep.
Okay, let me see here. Okay, I'm going to put this here as an indicator. Oh, it's not propped, that's why. Alright. I will add that in there, and it should be able to indicate that it's being barricaded after you close it. But you'll have to move out of this room afterwards, Kunerth.
Yeah, I can't move anymore because I ended my turn. You
Ah,
can just move me a little deeper in if you want to get me out of the way.
there. That will indicate that that door is barricaded. So, as we're going. Alright, Graves, it is your turn.
Graves is using his move and his cutting action to run this way, throw open the door, and I had measured it in between turns. It takes him 45 to 50 movement to get to the top of here and look down to see what he can see. Specifically seeing if he spots that druid.
Okay, so you look below. This is the loading dock that you had seen when you first entered. Parked in the loading dock is a wagon with 3 barrels set in braces on the bed. Raised wooden walkway runs along the west, south, and east walls through a hole in the ceiling that you're looking through. There is a wooden arm above you with a loading crane with ropes, hooks dangling from it. So, let's see. There we go, and it's very easy, even though you've never really used these before, to tell, like, okay, this is where they take the barrels, load them into the wagons for the purpose of shipping them where they need to go. As far as looking for the druid, roll me a perception check.
See what my bonus is. Guilds. Got a +3. 9.
Okay, you are not able to see the druid. You do hear quite a bit of noises coming from outside here, but you don't see the druid. The angle of looking out the building is making it difficult. You do see some of the twig blights and stuff.
Yes.
Or the needle blights, sorry, trying to break in.
I still have 10 more feet of movement. That can get me to here. Oh, I guess from there I can see out a window, because I can spot this guy now. I still have my action. You know what? The Raven told us to look for the staff, so Graves is going to use his action to keep
All the
moving.
Ravens did.
So, Graves, do you just run down that spiral area?
I was looking to get kind of like to the edge so that he can use, like, look down to see across underneath where he was running above. So he at least I was thinking around like to here or something like that to
Roll
try
me
and
a
like spot there.
perception. Roll me a perception check really quick. Do you have dark vision right now where you are?
Yes, I do have dark vision. That's a 19.
Okay. As you're about to run down, you realize these are not stairs, as you thought they were. As you're running down, you realize this is actually a spiral ramp. So it looks like it's made of wood that has been rubbed smooth from being used to roll materials across it. This counts as difficult terrain unless you want to slide down it.
10. I do not want to slide all the way down, I don't think. He would have moved 10. He still has 20 feet, so he would go, I don't know, like the 10 or so more feet here. He kind of like put his dagger into his right hand and kind of grab that pillar and kind of try to slide himself down part way. So he's like tried to lean around and look over it.
With that high of perception, you would notice that on either side, on the inner ramp and the outer ramp, there are footholds, almost as if they're built to be able to like catch yourself as you're climbing up it or down it.
Nice.
So you would be able to use that to pretty easily hold yourself.
Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, he's basically tries to use those to get. He could get like around here. Then I presume that that's not quite far enough to get a good look.
Not quite. Let me take a look really quick. I need to. Yeah, you are not able to get a good look currently. The ramp is, while on Tailspire, it does not make it seamless. It is kind of a seamless mark around. So
yeah, he's working on that, but he doesn't get there this turn. But he's trying to say lean around to see what he can spot, but he doesn't get there quite this turn. He is looking for that druid.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yep. Move, action to dash, bonus action to dash. So Graves is just running all over the place.
You're like a monk.
Yeah.
Monk rogue sounds like it'd be an interesting class mix.
I mean, Shadow, no. Is it Way of the Shadow? Is that what it's called? Yeah. It's the monk subclass. That's roguelike.
Herbert, it is your turn.
I am going to say, Bartholomew, go find that druid.
Okay.
And he's going to take off. I can't
He has
move it.
60. He has 60 feet.
It's 60 feet of movement, and he can fly, so he can just go straight across like the room, essentially. Actually, wait. Do these windows? Are these paned windows, or are they open?
So, the rafters and stuff, the ravens, it looks like it's more open to allow fumes and stuff to get out. So, Bartholomew can very easily fly maybe 20, 30 feet up and be outside.
Yeah, I think it would just take the most direct route in the direction that we believe that it's heading.
I'm just going to move him outside for a moment.
Yep.
Gosh, he disappeared. Okay, he's on the roof. So, there. He exits out there. And I'll allow that you have kind of 30 feet. Let me give him flight really quick, because that'll make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. Oh, cool. Okay. I wasn't sure how that worked. So, if you are at that height and you move out, you should be able to go easily 30 feet out. If you want to explore.
I can't move it for some reason.
That's
like
weird.
I can.
It might be because he's not actually in the initiative order. So let me.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Can you could just give him a turn like right after mine or something, or before mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
That work?
So I think they would just head out this way and sort of fly around and try to make a perception check.
Roll me a perception check.
But like,
how far is his fly speed?
it's 60 feet. So
Okay.
trying to get to an area where like I think because he knows he would still be in the building probably with his movement, most likely.
Yeah.
So he would try to be like looking in through the windows down below where he is at right now or something.
Okay.
Yeah. He might be in the loading dock still, or where. I don't know if that leads anywhere except for where Graves is, or to the main area. But.
So, if this is a perception check that relies on sight or hearing, the owl has advantage. And a +3 perception.
Roll at advantage. Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter.
Don't need to. Just gonna roll all crits tonight.
Yep.
Oh, whoops.
Why not?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm just adding.
Have you
the
ever
turn
considered
order
just
real
rolling crits all the time? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
just do it.
If you really want to spice things up, you could throw a 19 in every now and then. Just to...
I mean,
Yeah.
You gotta make
Especially if you're a champion fighter, because then, real spicy.
still critting. So that's +3, so 23 for the perception check.
Okay. So, visually, you did not see anything. Let me throw these guys in. I need to remove her from the initiative order. And bam. Now that we're starting to move indoors and outdoors, I want to add the needle blights outside to the initiative order.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting spicy now.
There we go. Okay. I do wish that this kind of worked like the Baldur's Gate initiative order. I really like the initiative order system
Oh,
of
yeah.
Baldur's Gate. It looks
smart.
very clean on the top and kind of lets you scroll through it very easily. So, visually, you do not see anything. However, audibly, you hear pretty much all of the noises coming from the front of the building.
Okay, so there's basically that means the majority of the needle blights are towards the front where we came in.
That's correct. I don't know if are you able to see them on the map?
I can't. We don't
No, but if
but-
we click on the token, it takes us to the location.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Oh yes. Interesting. Yeah.
There are these ones down below.
Yes.
Um,
See them.
and they look like they're kind of running around the building looking for entrances.
Okay, so I think if that was just my movement and perception check with the with Bartholomew, so I think action familiar is going to take the action to dash and try to get through the window down below.
Mhm.
But I think he doesn't want to be. He definitely doesn't want to be out here with the needle blades. So he's gonna like. Swoop, oh, let's see. Yeah.
Where do you want them?
Swoop down and try to get through the window here, so like get inside.
Okay,
Unless
yeah.
it's not a window pane
It
as
is a window pane.
it is.
Would he try to break through it?
well.
Alright.
No. I think. Well, there's like a sort of a grate situation over here. Probably try and swoop in through there.
Yeah, so you would be able to do that pretty easily. You would find yourself, let me teleport you where you would be. Because otherwise it's going to be really annoying trying to get you through.
Yeah.
And from there, he can see needle blights and the druid.
So you kind of fly through. You do see needle blights and the druid.
Ah.
Standing in front, laying siege to the
door.
Okay.
The-
Well. Telepathic communication. The feeling is going to be, he's over there.
Okay.
So now I know. And I'll say, the one with the staff is out front, to the northeast. Ish. Mostly north. Right behind that door that you were just at, Penareth. And he will, Herbert himself will run over. And see that you've barricaded that already, and go, all right. We might be able to cut them off over here somehow. As far as my action, I don't know. I don't think he would want to just run out there with his action.
If I could respond to that, I don't know how
Mhm.
conversation works in active combat.
I usually say that you get at least like one.
As long
I
as we're
don't
not, like stopping and having a conversation.
Yeah, like you get like one, maybe two sentences for
Actually,
free.
yeah, it could be like you could almost make a separate action sequence where you have like reactions to say something back if someone says something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't force you to use your reaction in order
Yeah,
to.
it wouldn't have been a reaction for that. It'd be like a separate
Like a
style,
social
conversation reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Konerith would have just kind of thrown out like, we should definitely barricade all but one to try to funnel them.
There is one open door up here that leads to that area the graves went through, and a statue by it.
Statues. Set up there. So
Is it Herbert's turn again, or?
it is still Herbert's. Yeah, it's Herbert's turn.
Oh, is it like the owl's turn? Or is it? Can I switch it to Herbert now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I can move Herbert too for some reason. I don't know why. But
Weird.
I was able to do that.
I wonder if can you move the owl now too?
I can. Interesting.
Okay. I wonder if it's because he wasn't in initiative order.
It must have been. Maybe it's just because it's one of the tokens that I own is in initiative right now. I can move whatever token I control. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. In any
Seems
case,
like just like a simple oversight, right? Is all it
Yeah.
Man, I guess I'll use my action to toll the dead on anything that shows up.
The door in front of you is barricaded right now. I just hadn't marked it like the other one. You guys
Yeah.
had barricaded those, both of these doors. There's this one here and this one here. That before when you first got in here, you barricaded it.
There's a door in the back.
We didn't barricade this one in particular, did we?
No.
I know we had barricaded
I know
this-
that I barricaded the one in front of Herbert
Yeah.
and the one that I just did now.
You guys
I
had
don't
not,
think we
but it
even
hasn't
realized
really.
that one was there.
This one has not been attacked specifically, and I don't think you barricaded it specifically.
Yeah,
It
I
does
know I
not
did.
appear to be broken.
Yeah.
So, that being said, so you can hold your action, but it probably won't take into effect because of the barricade.
Yeah. I don't know what to do here, to be honest. I can't really do anything super good, so...
Kind of stuck in initiative till that last Vine Blight is killed.
Exactly. Yeah. I will... Yeah, I'll instead of running in this direction, because Herbert would know it was barricaded, he'll just stand by this door and hold his action to attack anything that shows up. But it's just... He's not in a good spot to move outside on his own, essentially. Or anything like that. Like, he doesn't want to go outside and just be there at the end of his action.
That's fair. Is that the end of your turn then?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this Vine Blight, he is going to step out, and he's going to kind of stiffen. He's covered in ink still from everything that has gone down. And he's going to kind of slam his fist into the ground. Grasping roots and vines sprout around him in a 15-foot radius, stopping at the walls, of course. For this duration, it is now difficult terrain around this creature.
Oh boy.
There we go. So 15 feet. There.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. That cuts it off with the green thing. So I'll do green to kind of mark that it's the plant life on there. So let's see. Can you make me a strength saving throw, Onyx?
I bet you can.
16.
Okay, so the vines and everything's kind of like grass on your side. You're able to pull aside from it. As this Vine Blight does that, it's going to kind of shriek, and it's going to jump with both arms right at you, and it's swinging with both arms. So first attack. Okay.
There goes Onyx.
Oh no.
So I'm trying to remember how my own rules are. So it's 2d6 plus 2 for the damage. So would that be
6 plus
14?
14 plus 2d6.
Would it? Okay.
I think we do in max plus
yeah.
another.
It's max plus the modifier, and then you just roll 2 more die because those are the damage die.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be 14.
Onyx probably down.
Actually 26.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 19.
So it does 16 plus 5, so 21 damage for there. And you are considered restrained.
I am considered prone.
Oh, okay. You're
He said he was at like a roughly 10 hit points, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
And none of us see that.
The doors closed.
Oh,
and we're all focused on different things.
Oh yeah, Onyx has that.
Yeah.
That is the end of its turn. As you guys are going in there, let me take a look here. Okay. So, Konerith, you are sitting here, and all of a sudden you hear a very similar sound to what you just heard about, not 5 minutes ago, but a minute or two ago when Onyx used Thunderwave. At this door, and all of a sudden, the other side of this door now sounds like it's much closer now. The banging and everything. And you hear guttural noise as someone's shouting on the other side of it in a language that you do not recognize. Go. This group.
We're coming through this one.
Okay. Onyx, I need you to roll me a death saving throw.
Secrets, right?
Yeah, secret.
Mm-hmm.
And part of me is like, I should go heal Onyx, but I'm on the other side of the building, and I got no clue that he's down.
Okay.
So the Graves is gonna keep doing his thing. But I don't even know if he could hear Konera.
I will message you.
Yeah.
I presume though, because Graves is near the end of the other end of the loading dock. I presume I would probably have been pretty easy to tell that the bang came from the other end of the loading dock, essentially equivalent for him. Came from that
sorry,
direction.
what was that?
I assume from Graves' position, he would have been able to hear the bang like through the loading dock, essentially.
Maybe, but it would have been more faint.
Yeah, more so that's the direction he would have been able to hear it from, because it's like, I mean, it's basically a straight hallway to where it happened.
Yeah.
Did you get the message?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, I'm messaging you back, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. Go. These guys are not going to fit through there very well. Okay. Konerith, it is your turn.
Panaris frantically kind of looking around for a good spot to fight them from, like a good funnel point. gonna call out to Herbert. We should go to the second floor. It might be a better place to attack from, high ground and all that. Or at least he does so mentally. Gotta remember that point. And he'll take the stairs closest to him. Just make his way up to the second floor. Can you teleport me? Because that
Yes,
would
I
be a
can.
little bit kind of difficult to maneuver.
Maneuver around.
From where I am. So he'll get up to the top. And see a twig blight. That's all he sees, because Onyx
The vine
is
blight.
squarely around that corner. But that's all he needs. He'll fire on the vine blight.
Roll
And
me
that'll
an
be
attack.
Come on, no whammies. Hey,
Yo.
21.
Let's go.
Roll me damage.
Come on. Hey,
Oh, nice.
10 damage.
Nice. Nice.
I'm double checking the math on this one to see if it dies or not. Because this one, it's a lot more important if it's close or not.
Mm.
It is very, very bloodied, but it is not down.
Bionics.
How much movement would that have been to make my way up the stairs?
I'd say 15.
15. Alright.
Now, one thing to note as well. I'm not seeing it anymore, but there is a 15-foot radius around here that is difficult terrain.
You have all the vines.
Alright, well I can only move the 10 feet anyway, so that would have been the end of my movement. And it's notable difficult terrain, right? Like it's
Yes.
Lines and
Plant
stuff.
life.
It's a whole
and
bunch
stuff.
of vines and stuff.
Canaris is gonna make his way toward this vine blight. I don't really have any reason to try anything else. I don't have anything that isn't an action. So yeah, Canaris will end his turn there.
Okay.
No metagaming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, I'm pulling up something here. Needle blight. Okay. Okay. That is the end of the turn. Graves, it is your turn.
All right. Having heard what Graves is probably recognize that as similar to Onyx's spell, I imagine, and be like, that's probably a spell. That might be the Druid. He will slide down the rest of the way. How much movement would it be to slide down there?
What's the opposite of? Is there an opposite of, like difficult terrain, like easy terrain? I guess like that you get like when you move 10 feet, you only have to use 5 feet of movement speed. I guess it's like half.
Like
the
a
amount.
slippery surface or something like that.
Yeah, like I don't know if there's a rule for that, but I'm making it
That makes
easy
sense.
terrain. It's easy terrain. Like it's like sliding down a slide. Like you can move way faster down it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
makes
like
sense.
it. So.
The easiest terrain is air because you can move 500 feet per round.
Yeah.
Straight
yeah.
from the ground.
It's very easy
Uh,
terrain. It's stopping that's
yeah.
the hard part.
Then Graves will slide however much that is. As he does, he will like swap out, pull a crossbow out. See that needle blight? Do I think that it's aware of me at this moment?
You are unsure. You're kind of shrouded. You would hazard a guess that it probably is not aware of you.
Okay, then I won't bother cutting action to hide. I will instead, I will start by using my cutting action petrifying strike to fire off a crossbow bolt at the first one.
Okay. At this one here.
Yeah, the closest one to me.
Okay.
Nope, apparently I rolled a 13 plus 4 is a 17 to hit.
Okay. So these groups are swarms of enemies. Kind of like the other the twig blights before.
Yeah.
So
Don't know if petrifying strike would work on that, but whatever.
so you throw it. What was remind me what petrifying strike does again? I know I created it. I just don't remember.
Yeah. So a bonus action your turn, make a special attack at Vanessa range. Successful hit, target makes a con save. On a failed save, the target is petrified till the end of your next turn.
Okay, so it
That's going to be a pass. Yep, but it still takes some damage.
How much damage does it take?
All right, so it's going to be a D6 plus 2 plus sneak attack. 2, so 4, and then 3 for the sneak attack, so a total of 7 points of damage. I don't know what that last one was, but...
Okay, there's 4 in that group. There should be more, I thought. Should be 5.
So that's his bonus action.
Okay.
So for his actual action, he'll fire off another crossbow bolt. He'll like whip another, load it, fire, smack my headphones. This one won't get sneak attack, but it's another possible hit for damage. So.
Okay.
14 plus 4 is 18 to hit this time. For 7 more points of damage.
Okay, so and that was all towards the purple group.
Yeah, all towards the closest group there to me.
This one here.
Yeah.
All right, so you were firing at them. As it hits this first one, you hit it in the neck. It kind of goes down pretty quickly. And then your next one, it hits. It kind of goes through its thigh, but it does not go down. But they do definitely notice you now.
Yep.
And start turning towards you. Oh, there we go.
That is... I would probably use my movement just to go back around the corner. I presume I'm not going to be able to like, get up the ramp or anything because difficult terrain and everything, but I will at least take like cover behind the corner.
Yeah, so it's difficult terrain going up, easy terrain going down.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd just say, go around the corner enough that they can't just range attack me. They had to come after me if they want to attack.
Let's see. That being said, is that the end of your turn?
Yep, that's move, bonus, action, item interaction to switch weapons, so.
Okay, those ones beat at the door, unsuccessful. These ones move around the building. Man, there's just like a crazy amount of dice on the back here. There we go. Okay, that's the end of the turn. Bartholomew's turn again. And Herbert's.
Well. So we know that this guy, I assume Bartholomew probably can infer that a thunder wave spell has been cast on the door to break it in.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, let's see, do I have a route that I can fly back in through like a window into this room?
Yep, up the loading dock, right above him, through the door that Graves came out.
So just fly straight up and then readjust my camera so I can see. Aha. So Bartholomew is just going to basically fly back in here.
Get to safety.
Yeah. And sort of like telepathically, like vaguely confer that sort of information to everybody. And basically, Herbert's going to put it together and go, they might just thunderwave this door in a few moments, so we should, yeah, definitely back up, as Quanereth said. Talking to nobody, because he's...
Talking to, just Quanereth, whose graves is on the other side. Or Quanereth's not even there now either.
Yep.
We have very much split ourselves apart.
And I'm gonna go, oh, the door's closed, but, I mean, Onyx was kicking some ass, so he's probably fine. So, let's see. I think, yeah, Bartholomew's just gonna fly back to Herbert and get safe. So, I think Herbert will just hold his action to, yeah, no, he'll just hold his action to toll the dead on the druid if he sees him.
Okay.
In particular.
We're gonna TPK anywhere at this point. It's gonna be here.
Yeah.
Say that now.
Alright, yep, that will end my turn.
And imagine there's probably also much more dangerous places than this, that being said, so.
Okay. Go. Okay, and
Oh,
Onyx
this.
about to be killed.
Yeah.
Bear with me one moment. I was grabbing some notes here.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to harness divine power and use my channel divinity to get a spell slot back.
Oh,
First level
Cool.
spell slot.
Nice.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay. Okay, so, Konerith, you see the Vine Blight step, it kind of looks at you, but it steps forward, and it strikes straight at the ground. The rules for if someone's downed, it will automatically crit, right? Or do they?
No,
If they still have to hit.
if it's a melee attack within 5 feet,
Yeah.
it does crit. But if it's just a source of damage, then it's just
Okay.
1.
Yeah. Still has to hit though, has advantage, but it still has to hit.
Yep. Yeah. Do still have to roll to hit. If you do. If
Well,
it's
Another nat
broken.
20.
Yeah.
What?
So Konerith, I'm going to describe this kind of from your perspective. You see this Vine Blight kind of look towards you, and it walks around the corner, and you suddenly hear a sickening crunch and scraping of metal. And that's the end of its turn. And we'll have touch on what's happening with Onyx at that time, but that was an auto crit for damage, which would be an additional
2 failed.
14.
It's 2 failed death saves.
It's 2 failed death
It is.
saves.
But
Yes.
yeah, there is also the potential that he could roll enough damage to insta kill.
Outright
Oh,
kill,
that's
yeah.
true. You would have to
You do
roll...
have you have extra hit points because of aid, right? Or no, wait, are you the only one I didn't aid?
Right.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
You would have to roll 34 or more.
He did not roll
Yeah.
34 damage.
Okay.
However, he does add 2 additional death saves, which negative death saves, to you. So, Druid is going to walk in. Sorry, I'm just looking where everyone's at. Okay.
We're very spread out.
Yes, you are.
Not smart.
You hear
but,
another sound of thunderous wave coming from that same room that you had barricaded, and it is now open. Konerith, you would hear it coming from the stairs behind you. You hear now, with no resistances between, the sound of that guttural voice of the man talking in the other language. That's the end of his turn. Needleblights move past. Looks like they are moving towards the other entrance. Onyx,
to be
it's your turn.
ignoring graves.
I will send you the roll.
You'd already had one failed death save.
I wasn't sure if you
before.
wanted to let the party know. That's why I was like, I will message you a roll.
So,
Onyx is gone.
Onyx is gone.
Onyx is
Um,
gone.
However,
Time to buy a new
last-
hero forge.
The
Or,
last party member that has never died.
That's true. He hasn't died yet.
I
He might
have
get his
not
one
died.
free.
he has not died.
I was the
Um,
only one.
So something happened.
He might get his one free death like the rest of us did.
I mean, yeah, who knows? But you've already got
No,
a key.
he has a key, but
We got
So-
our keys from dying.
As you open your eyes, Onyx, you feel a tremendous amount of weight weighing on your shoulders, your face flat into the ground. You hear the moaning of metal as you glance around as much as you can as you are pinned against the ground. The ancient factory moaned under the weight of forgotten years, its once mighty gears grinding to an ominous halt. The air reeks with old machinery and the lingering memories of the Warforged assembly of your master. Dim, flickering lights cast long shadows that dance across the deteriorating metal walls. You find yourself sprawled on a rusted conveyor belt, the cold metal beneath you vibrating with an unsettling hum. Above, the assembly line groans and clanks, a line of outdated Warforged suspended like spectral guardians. Their eyes, once filled with purpose, now stared emptily into the abyss. The conveyor belt stirs to life, and the realization of your imminent demise sets in. The path ahead led not to salvation, but to a molten end, a vat of searing metal waiting below like a hungry beast. In that desperate moment, looking around, you tried to move, but looking over your shoulders, what pinned you against the ground was your fallen brethren, the other Warforged that were deemed not worthy enough to be reactivated. As you move, they fall deeper, pinning you further underneath, and you do not have the strength to move as you're going along. As you begin to lose hope, you look up to your left. You see a hand reaching down, heavily scarred. A blacksmith's hand. As he's reaching down, looking up, you see a man wearing a mask so you cannot see his face. He looks you in the eye and says, "Nimmst du unser Gift?" as he reaches his hand out for yours. What do you do?
I turn my head side to side. What? Who are you? What? Where am I? Stalling for time.
The conveyor belt moves ever closer to the edge of the precipice. The offered hand continues to move along with you as he's walking along a catwalk next to there. He continues to hold out his hand, and you see a familiar sight. Around his neck is the chain that your key is around, but no key remains around this man's neck. He again repeats his question: "Nimmst du unser Gift?"
Message you.
Okay. There we go. So, that is actually where we're going to end tonight's session. At the request of Josh, which would like to discuss some things before he makes his decision.
It's fair.
Okay. Yeah.
And if any of the PCs were gonna not accept it, it's Onyx.
Yep.
I was like, he literally just said how he doesn't trust these keys and such.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I do
That's
not
great.
know how initiative order will be saved in between sessions. I don't think we've ended in the middle of a fight previously.
Yeah. Well, Onyx was also. No, it was Herbert that was at the beginning. Well, we can re-roll if we need to.
Yeah, I think it just saves everything usually, as long as you don't end initiative before you close it. I think.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of the initiative order I have
Oh yeah. 'Cause we
and
can't
then
do the whole
save
one.
it. There we go. And we'll know that we were on Onyx's turn last time. And so that is where we will return to our Lost Clerics of Barovia. As we'll know if Onyx decides to take the plunge into the molten metal and trust his fate, or accept this offer.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks so much for joining, and again, for the love of crits, like, comment, and subscribe.
What?
Yeah.
Have a new PC next session maybe.